Hello everyone, Jolene here from Bookworm Adventure Girl. Welcome back. I hope that you are all doing well. This is where I talk about the books that I'm reading. I like to read diverse books and I highlight Canadian literature. If you are new, thanks so much for checking out my channel. Please hit subscribe and stick around. I would love to have you part of the community. Today I am going to be introducing a CanLit readathon. This read-along is inspired by a project that Lindy from Lindy's Magpie Reads and I did recently. After the best 100 books of the 21st century was put out by the New York Times, Lindy and I decided to do a CanLit list. So we reached out to booktubers, Instagrammers, authors, readers, just lovers of CanLit. And we asked everyone to vote for up to 10 of the best Canadian books originally published in the 21st century. And people really came through for this, and we received over 352 book submissions. Our final list was a total of 67 books. And all of these books received 3 or more votes. So I will leave a link below to the what I'll call the reveal video that Lindy and I did. We went through all 67 of those books. Now, other booktubers also helped us create some buzz around this by sharing their book choices. So I want to thank Elizabeth from Bookwins and Books, Laureen from Books at the Bottom of the Stairs, and Jenny from Jenny Johnston for talking about how and why they chose the books that they did. So after our video was posted, some buzz continued, which is really the whole point. You know, what we want to do is get people talking about Canadian literature, introduce people to new Canadian books and new Canadian authors. And so far, I think we have succeeded. And then Elizabeth from Bookwins and Books, she did a reaction video, which I loved, and I will leave links to all of these channels and videos below so that you can check all of that out if you haven't already seen it. And some people were very surprised by, you know, how many books they had read from the list. Some people were surprised that some of these authors that they had read were Canadian. They had no idea. And some people were just grateful for the resource of knowing, you know, more Canadian authors and books. So a few people talked about the possibility of a read-along. So reading 67 books is a lot. It's a big commitment, but I started thinking that it could probably be done in some way, and we can be flexible, and people don't have to read all of them. So if you are interested in reading one, some, or all of the books on the list, then I would like to invite you to participate in the best CanLit of the 21st century read-along. So here's everything that you need to know in order to participate. First, I have set up a reading challenge on Storygraph, so I will link that below, and you can keep track of the books that you've already read, and then as you read them. For those of you who don't have Storygraph, or you just prefer, you know, to have a piece of paper, a paper copy of something, then I will also link below a PDF of the list of 67 books that you can use to keep track of your progress that way as well. So we will be starting in a few weeks. That gives people time to either acquire the books in some way, get them from the library, purchase them, whatever you're going to do. Then from September 14th of this year to December 20th of 2025, we are going to read the 67 books in publication order, starting from the year 2000 and then working our way to 2023. There were a few 2024 books submitted, but none of them made the final list. Every year has at least one book. Some years have 3 or 4, and there are a couple of years that have like even more than that. I will leave a schedule of the books and the discussion dates below, and it will also be available on Discord, which is where the discussions will take place. The dates are the date that the discussion for each individual book will officially open. If you are not on Discord, it is a free app to use, and I will leave a link to my Discord server below. Now that link expires in 7 days, so I will either replace the link, or you can always email me or message me and we can work it out. I can make sure that you're added. I'll make sure you're in there. Here is my confession though. I am not a huge fan of Discord. I find it can be very overwhelming. That being said, it is a way to keep all of the books organized so that if you are only wanting to read, one of the books and discuss one of the books or two of the books, you don't have to go through all of the discussions. So eventually, there will be numerous book discussions happening at one time, and this will allow people to just, read at their own pace and to only have to engage with the specific books that they're looking for and that they want to. So I am setting it up so that each book will have its own channel, I guess. So it will be easier to know where to find the exact discussion that you are looking for. Right now, if you go onto the Discord, you can join the server, introduce yourself, you can see the schedule. You will also see the first couple of channels set up for the first two book discussions. The first discussion will officially open on September 14th. So if you go to Discord, you will see that it's already there. And the first book that we will be reading, this was ranked at 67 and it was published in 2000. And it is one that I need to read, and that is Mercy Among the Children. And this is by David Adams Richardson. I had started buddy reading this with Lindy, and I bailed on her. Not because I wasn't enjoying the book. I was probably about halfway, a little bit less, a little bit more. Stuff was happening and I wasn't able to finish. So I am looking forward to revisiting this and finishing it this time. For the second book, on September 21st, we will begin discussing Monkey Beach by Eden Robinson. And this ranked at number 46 on our list, and it was also published in 2000. And this is another book that I need to read, and it's Eden Robinson's debut that I've heard really good things about. So I'm looking forward to that and getting to this finally. On September 28th, we will begin the discussion for The Blind Assassin by Margaret Atwood. This is also published in 2000. This was ranked at number 26. It is a big one. It had 7 votes, which is the total votes of the other 2 books put together. And this I have read, but I am willing to do a reread on this because it's been a while. I ranked this number 6 out of 11 when I ranked Margaret Atwood's novels. So that's not too bad. And when I was doing the Mondays with Margaret series that I did, where I was reading all of Margaret Atwood, I did an entire video on this book. So I will leave those links below. You can watch them if you would like. The next 2 books, I realized I forgot to grab one of them, but they are both from 2001. So on October 5th, we will begin discussing The Stone Carvers by Jane Urquhart. I have great affection for this book, and it was one of my 10 that I voted for, and it squeaked onto the list, ranking at number 66. Then on October 12th, we will begin discussing Life of Pi by Yann Martel, which it ranked at number 17. This received, I think, 10 votes, and I was one of them. I really enjoyed this book, and I look forward to revisiting it with, all of you and reading it with you. So this will get us started. To see the rest of the schedule, have a look in the description box, or as I said, on the Discord channel. Thanks again to everyone for your participation in putting the list together, and to everyone for your enthusiasm for CanLit and for reading CanLit together. It's been very exciting. So if you are interested in joining in reading one of the books, a few of the books, or all of the books, everyone is welcome. We'd be happy to have you join us. Please let me know if you will be participating, and which of the books are you most excited to read, that you're most excited to get to from the list. And I look forward to chatting with you in the comments. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and don't forget to make every day an adventure.